people of the internet. This is my take 2 of recapping Bates Motel Season 3, Episode 10, Unconscious, because the first time I recorded it, I was completely out of focus. So let's get into it, now that I'm even more sad that I lost all the footage that I had the first time. My summer is consisting of me binge watching TV shows. So let's recap Bates Motel. I just binge watched seasons 1, 2, and 3. Just finished 3 like 4 days ago. So I'm going to give you a little recap and thoughts on the season and where I want to see, or hopefully what we'll see in season 4. So episode 3:10, let's get into it. So first of all, Norma goes to get help for Norman at this facility place, and she's just, saying, I want to pay out of pocket pretty much. How much does this place cost today? And I just spat. Sorry, ew. And the lady is like, insurance will cover this. And she's like, no, I want out of pocket, because we all know Norman's not going to tell anyone there's anything wrong with Norman. And she's just going to put him in and be like, you're going here, tell no one. And then Emma magically gets moved up on the transplant list. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you. I love Emma and Dylan's relationship, and I'm very interested to see where it's going to go in season 4. And I think it's so sweet that he literally risked his life to get her money to do this. But she doesn't know. But it's going to be like sweet when she gets her new lungs and recovery. I hope he's there. Then Dylan finds out that his father/uncle Caleb left. Saw this coming. Totally saw this coming. He's wanted. He's kind of impulsive and angry, and he beat up, I forget what his name was, the guy that sent them to the truck with the guns. And that guy. He beat him up, and he's just, I don't know. I saw how it was gonna go. Him and Norma's relationship are kind of weird at this point, because she was like, get out of my house, and now he just came and was like, here's the guitar for Dylan, I'm leaving, but I didn't tell him this, and he leaves it for her to give to Dylan. And she's just like, you didn't tell him goodbye, and what is wrong with you, why didn't you tell him goodbye? And they're cool, they're speaking, unless she's doing it for Dylan's sake, realizing all the crap that he has been through, which would make sense. Then Norman walks this darn sandwich all the way to the hotel for Bradley, and he's like creepishly looking around like someone's gonna see the sandwich. When he gets to the hotel, almost to her room, I'm like, dude, you just walked from the house clear down and no one saw you. I think you're good. You can go eat a sandwich in a random hotel room and no one's gonna question you. You're Norman Bates. No one's gonna question you. And surprise, surprise, Bradley's not there. Next, of course, Alex freaking tells Bob Parrish the DEA is coming for him and that he should get out. I knew this was going to happen the moment Alex walked into the DEA's meeting to take all these people down. I'm like, he's going to tell somebody to run, and he did. And then he freaking meets up with him at his boat, or the boat that he got from someone's name who I also can't remember. And he kills him, and I was like, yes, Alex, you wanted to take that one out yourself. Okay, I understand, but how are you? He just is going to be disappeared forever, I guess, which kind of makes sense because the whole Bradley thing. And then Norma and Norman are fighting on a staircase, and someone's going down the staircase, and it's Norma. And she's at the bottom, kind of like, in her, pain and all. And she takes out Norman. She gets up and takes out Norman. And then drags his butt downstairs to lock it up. But then she ties him with material cloth stuff up. She ties his legs and his hands. And I'm like, that kid is totally getting out of there. And isn't there a window down there? And of course, Norman officially has gone insane. He crawls out the window and disappears. And then Norma calls Dylan. And he comes and they're like, he's gone. So Norman officially goes crazy and goes with Bradley. Well, more crazy than he already was. He goes with Bradley, and they're driving, they're getting away, and Mother appears in the back seat, and Norman's all like to Bradley, "Mother needs to talk to you." And she's like, "You're insane. You're insane. What are you talking about?" And then they pull over, or he grabs the car wheel again and pulls over to the side, and he chases her out by rocks, yeah. And Mother takes over and kills Bradley. And I really like this scene because instead of showing like Norman being possessed by Mother or thinking that he's Mother, they showed Norma killing Bradley instead of Norman, which was, I don't know. I liked how they did that scene. And then when she's dead, he turns back, or they show Norman, and they're like, and Norman's like, "Mother, what have you done?" with his hands covered in blood. And it was really, really cool. I don't know, I just like how they shot that, or how they decided to portray what Norman was doing or how Norman was feeling. Yeah. Then Norman disposes of her body in the car. He puts her in the trunk, drives away with her, and then drives it, well, not with him in it, but gets it into the river, that's a river, yeah. Don't know my body's of water, apparently. And off she goes. So now her whole, she was in the ocean, suicide, death, well, she kind of died in water, but not really, but her body's in water, so it all kind of comes full circle and makes sense. Then Mother appears, and there's this whole thing of him talking with Mother, and they're like, "We belong together. Mother and son forever," and all, and she's just trying to kill all the people. So that was the season finale of season 3. Really excited to hear that season 4 and 5 got picked up, and I'm pretty sure both seasons are going to be 20 episodes instead of 10, which is interesting because they can expand the story kind of more. I don't know if they can do more crazy things, I guess. I'm very intrigued in the show, gonna keep watching it. Hopefully gonna keep reviewing it. I'm just kind of reviewing things at the end of their season because I've watched them previously and now this is where this episode is at, or I just binge watched it and I'm done with as much as I could watch and I'm reviewing, talking about it with you guys. So yeah, don't think I have anything else to say. Leave me video suggestions below. I'll do almost anything. I'm not going to say I'm going to do pretty much anything. I'll do almost anything. I'm watching TV shows right now. Binge watching is apparently what my summer is going to consist of. If you have a TV show recommendation, leave it below. Also, if you aren't already, please subscribe. There'll be more videos coming your way, more interesting things. I'm not just going to do TV show reviews, but this is the only creative ideas that I have at the moment. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. Come back to see more videos.